try my luck. I swear by my sword that killed Prince of Persia and the Persian prince and defeated 𝐒𝐡𝐴𝐻 3 times. There, I will face the meanest man, the meanest warrior on earth, and act braver than the bravest man. I snatch a bear cub from his mother bear, or even tease a hungry lion. And all of this to win your love, Lady Portia. But this is fair. Imagine if Hercules and his servant righteous were to roll a dice. Who do you think would win? The one that is the greatest warrior? No. But the one who was lucky at that moment. And if an unworthy man gets you.
They used to say that my house was filled with riches, but no one ever asked me what it was like to live there. He counted everything said to me, measured the world in ducats and dirt, and I still loved him once, not for what he was, but what I hoped he might become, a father. But who faded? They said that I left with gold that I ran off in disguise, like some thief in night. Maybe I did, but I wasn't stealing treasure. I was chasing freedom, music, a life beyond the silence of locked door, and a father who counted everything except me. So I followed a voice, and I became something else, a wife. A woman caught between two names, and sometimes I wonder, did I save myself or abandon a man that's already broken? Thank you.
I am a Venetian nobleman, a man of love and passion, for it is my heart that led me to Portia, the Lady of Vermont. I am loyal, fiercely so, to my dearest friend Antonio, whose kindness and sacrifice I can never repay. But I have made mistakes in the past and spent all my money carelessly. But I have a good heart and care more about love and friendship than wealth itself. And when things get difficult, I do what's right.
Get what you deserve, and I for one believe that I deserve a lot. No one should wear honor they haven't earned, and I for one claim what I've earned. To silver it is. Love shouldn't be chosen by looks, and love shouldn't depend on shiny things. But I for one, Prince of Aragon, trust in what's fair, not in chance. If I open this silver casket, was this a fool's head? Is that all I deserve? Is that what the nobles are worth these days? If only title and merit were earned truly. If still more fool I shall appear if I stay here anymore. Farewell, Portia. I swore to leave if I chose wrong. Now I go humbled and humble.
I am a man whose fortune rests on the tides. Like the ships I sent out across the restless sea, each one a hope, a risk, a prayer, sent to the whims of the winds. Yet it is not the fate of those ships that burden me most, but this quiet sorrow that sits inside, unexplained, a melancholy as deep and mysterious as the ocean itself. In this city of Venice, where the deals are struck with sharp words and sharper minds, I find myself adrift in the sea of doubt and longing. I do not know why I am so sad, only that this feeling will not let me be. But perhaps it is the sadness that shakes me, the unseen weight that steals my resolve. For even as the waves threaten to break me, I stand firm, waiting for the day when the calm will return, and the harbor will welcome me home once more. And the world is a stage where every man must play a role, and mine a sad one.
You'll be tired of the world. But as I see, it seems that those who live in Venice are happy who started in life. One should be happy than to find oneself somewhere in the middle. Having too much beard and gray hairs while having enough to spend gives people a hand. Well spoken, those are good names. They'll be better
it, then I can be one of those 20 and have to follow my own teachings. Your mind may exercise control over your passions, but hot temper trumps cold reasons. Young people are like mad rabbits. They hop over the fences of good advice. But this kind of reasoning is not going to help me choose a husband. Who am I that I use the word choose? I can neither choose to marry the one I want, nor refuse the one they don't. The will of my dead father overpowers my own wishes. Isn't it unfortunate, Nerissa, that I can't pick which husband to choose or refuse?
Your father was always virtuous and husband, but I didn't. He has a laboratory where the students will have to choose between their birth and whoever chooses the right one will be their wife. And I'm sure whoever chooses correctly will be their wife. But I refuse to work with
Please, name them one by one, and as you name them, I'll describe them, and see how much affection I have for them. First, there's the brute from Naples. Yes, that one's a stallion indeed. He does nothing but talk about his horse, and thinks that it speaks well of him that he can put on the horse show on it all by himself. I'm afraid his mother had an affair with the Westman. Then there's the compatibility. Oh Lord, he does nothing but frown and say, if you want to have me as your husband, choose someone else. He doesn't even smile when he hears funny stories. I worry that when he grows old, he will turn into a weeping philosopher, so full of polite sadness as a young man. I would rather be married to a skull with a bone in his mouth than either of these men. God defend me from these two. What do you have to say about the French Lord, Monsieur Leblanc? God created him, so I guess he counts as a man. I know it is a sin to mock someone like this, but he deserves it. He has a horse better than the Prince of Naples and frowns more than Count Palatine. He imitates qualities of every other man so that it seems to have no personality himself. If a bird speaks, he starts dancing right away. He will even show off his fancy moves against his own shadows. If I were to marry him, I would have 20 husbands. I wouldn't mind if he despised me, because if he madly loves me, I'll never return his affection. What do you have to say about Fairbanks then, the young man from England? You know that I say nothing to him, because he can't understand me, and I can't understand him. He knows neither Latin, French, nor Italian, and you could swear in a court of law that I have practically no English. He looks like a proper man, but who can talk with someone like? And how strange his clothes are. I think he bought his jacket in Italy, his socks in France, his hat in Germany, and his behavior everywhere. What do you think of his neighbor to the north, the Scottish Lord? I think he has a neighborly sense of charity because he received a slap from the Englishman and only threatened to hit him back when he could. I also think the Frenchman promised to join with him to pay the Englishman back and add his another slap. How do you like the young German, the Duke of Saxon's nephew? Oh my, I hate him in the morning when he's sober, and I really, really hate him in the afternoon when he's drunk. At his best, he's not quite a man, and at his worst, he's barely better than a beast. Even if worse comes to worse, I hope I would have to marry him. But if he chooses the right casket and you refuse to marry him, with refusing to follow your father's will, well then, fear that might happen. Please place a glass of Rhenish wine on the wrong casket, because I know he will choose that one. I will do anything, Nerissa, to make sure I won't have to marry to a sponge. You don't have to worry about any of this sort, my lady. They have told me their intentions and they're all planning on returning home and not bothering you anymore unless they can bring you favor by some other way than your father's plan with the casket. If I live to be as old as King Sybil, I'll still be a taste Diana unless I'm married by my father's will. I'm very glad this bunch of suitors have too much sense to play this game, because there is not one among them whose presence I actually enjoy, and I pray that God may grant them this mutual hope. Do you remember, lady? From your father's second Venice, the scholar and tutor who came here along with the Marquis of Montferrat? Yes, it was Bassanio. I think that was his name. That's right, madam. Of any man my foolish eyes have ever seen, he was the one most deserving of a beautiful lady. Oh, I remember him very well, and I remember him being worthy of your praise. How are things? What news is there?
The four foreigners want to speak with you to seek advice. 9 of them come to this was sent by the Prince of Morocco.
who brings word that his master, the prince.
If Agnes welcomes the fifth person as happily as I'll say goodbye to the first four, then I would really be ecstatic. If he is as good as a saint but as dark as the devil, then I would rather he listen to my confession than make me his wife. You go ahead of us. Come with me, Nerissa, while we shall give to one suitor and double and comes back.
Well, is Antonio here?
I'm here already. As pleased, Your Grace.
I am sorry for you. You have come here to face an opponent stubborn as a rock, incapable of pity, completely empty of single drop of mercy.
I have heard that you have tried your hardest to change his rigid mind. But since he remains so stubborn, and there's nothing I can do to escape him legally, I'll meet his anger with patience and suffer his human rage quietly.
One of you men go and tell the Jew to come in. Make room so that he can stand in front of me. Shalom. Everyone thinks, and I agree, that you're just putting a show of malice at the very end, and after that, you will show some remorse and mercy, which is even more shocking to see from you than your cruelty. We all expect a great answer from you for this, Sherlock.
My Grace, I've already told you what my intentions are, and I have sworn by our Father to take what is legally owed to me. If you deny me this right, then it will reflect poorly on your city and its freedom. Well, I'm sure you will ask me why I would rather have a rotting pound of flesh rather than 3,000 ducats. Well, I can and I will give no better answer than to say that I just feel like it. What if my house was troubled with rats and I wanted to pay 10,000 ducats to get rid of it? Well, is that enough of an answer for you? Some men, they dislike pigs. Others, they go crazy when they see a cat. And some, they can't help but not contain their urine when they hear the sound of the bagpipes. So you see, people's like and dislike are fickle. It is for no reason. And so I can give you no reason, aside from a simple hint for Antonio. Now tell me, will I have what is mine? That is not a sufficient answer to excuse your cruelty. I don't have to answer to you, do I? Do every man kill the things they do not love? Well, wouldn't all men like to kill the things they do not love? Every offense is not a hated first. What? Would you let the same snake sting you twice?
Please, Bassanio, are you trying to reason with the Jew? You might as well go stand on the beach and ask the traveler to come in as is its custom. You might as well go ask alone. Why makes you cry while eating the lamb? You might as well do anything as express someone his Jewish heart. Is there anything harder than his heart? Therefore, I ask you, make no marvels and use no more strategies to persuade him. Rather, let judgment fall upon me and let the Jew have his way without any further delay.
For your 3,000, here's 6. I will not take it, even if the 6,000 ducats that you offered me was divided into 6 equal parts, and each part worth a ducat. I want what is owed to me.
Shalom. How can you hope for mercy if you don't shoot yourself?
Mercy? Why should I worry for mercy? When I've done nothing wrong, you amongst your men have purchased slaves, which you use like donkeys, dogs and mules. Why do you make them work so hard? Why shouldn't you set them free and let them hand them into your hands? Why shouldn't their bed be as soft as yours? The food they eat as fine as yours? Well, if I told you that, you probably answered that you have bought the slaves. Well, I have bought Antonio's pound of flesh. It is mine, and I will have it. And if you deny me that, then the Venetian law will have no validity. Now tell me what your reply to that is.
I have the power to dismiss the court, unless Valerio, a learned doctor of law, comes to our court. I have talked about the case with him.
My lord, there's a messenger just waiting outside with letters from Valerio. He's just arrived from Porto.
Bring me the letter and let the messenger in.
Cheer up, Antonio. Keep your courage, man. The Jew will have my blood, my flesh, and my bones before I let him take one drop of blood from you on my account.
I am like to see sheep in a flock, one who will to die. The weakest fruit drops over to the ground, then may drop like bad fruit. The best thing you can do, Bassanio, is stay alive right now and die.
Have you come from Padua, from Balario?
Yes, from both, my lord. Balario sends his greetings and prayers.
Why are you sharpening your knife so earnestly?
To cut off what is owed to me of that damned man over there. You should not be sharpening your knife, nor on the sole of the shoe. Harsh Jew, or on your heart and soul. But no blade, nor even the executioner's axe is as sharp as the sharp envy. Can no prayers pierce your stubborn heart? None, and there's no prayers that you are smart enough to make. Oh damn you, you relentless dog! I hope justice comes to you. You almost made me change my mind and agree with Pythagoras that the bodies of men. Your desires are wolfish, starved, bloody, and ravenous. Unless you can rip off the official seal of the contract, all you're doing by speaking so loudly is hurting your own lungs. Take care of your mind, young man, or you will fall apart in time.
This letter from Balario recommends a learned doctor of law to our court. Where is the man?
He's waiting nearby, my lord, to hear whether you let him into the court.
With all my heart, I'll let him in. Two of the men go and continue with the man. In the meantime, we will hear Balario's letter. Your prince should understand that at the time you were reading this, I'm very sick. But when your messenger came to me, I happened to have a young girl from Rome visiting. His name is Balthazar. I told him about the controversial case between the Jew and the merchant. We consulted many law books together. He knows my opinion on the matter, which has been enriched by his own intelligence, which I can't speak of highly enough, and he brings my opinion to you in my place. I beg you, don't let this young age make you underestimate him. I have never seen a young man with so much wisdom. I hope you will welcome him graciously, and you will see how worthy of my recommendation he is. You all have heard what the Balario has written, and I think it's the man coming now. Give me a hand. Have you come from Balario?
Yes, my lord.
Take your place. Are you familiar with the case right now?
Yes, I have been informed of the case. Which one of these men is the merchant and which is the Jew?
Antonio and Charlotte, both of you come in front.
Is your name Shiloh?
Yes, Shiloh is my name.
This is a strange case, but the law allows it, and you are at his mercy, aren't you?
Yes, as it says so.
Do you confess that you have broken the agreement?
I do.
Then the Jew must be merciful.
Merciful? Why must I be merciful? Tell me, why?
Mercy is not something that can be forced. It's like gentle rain, you bless both, the one who gives and the one who receives it. And if God gives strict justice, none of us will be saved. Shiloh, show mercy if you want to receive it.
My deeds are my responsibility. I want the Lord to be upheld.
Can you pay the money back?
Yes, I have it here. Twice the sum. If that is not enough, I will pay it 10 times over, or else give up my hands, my body, and my head. If that's still not enough, it seems that Shadow's malice overwhelms honesty. And I beg you, bend the law to your authority. Widen the law a little to do the right thing and stop this devil from getting what he wants.
You must not do that. No one in Venice has the power to change a decree. It will set a bad example that leads to many mistakes.
Yes, a Daniel is now judge. I honor you, young wise judge.
Let me see the agreement.
Here it is, most honorable Lord. Here it is.
Shiloh, you are being offered 3 times the money you are owed.
An oath is an oath. I have made an oath with heaven, and I have sworn never to break my oath. Should I backtrack on my oath and make my soul guilty of perjury? No, not even for all of Venice.
The penalty must be paid. The Jew has the right to take upon flesh from the merchant's chest. But show mercy. Take the money and let me tear up the agreement.
You can tear up the agreement after the debt has been paid. I want the Lord to be upheld. I have 40 pounds of flesh and I will have it. I swear, there's nothing anyone can say which will make me change my mind.
With all my heart, I ask the court to issue its judgment.
Well, this is it. The penalty must be paid. The Jew has the right to take upon flesh from the merchant's chest.
What a noble judge. What an excellent young man.
The law supports the penalty agreed to in the contract.
Yes, you're wise in judge. You're wiser than your age.
So, expose your chest.
Yes, near his heart. Those are the very words spelled out in the conference.
Right. You have skills to read the flesh.
Yes, I have read it right there with me.
And Sherlock, have a surgeon ready to stop Antonio's bleeding.
What? It is not in the contract, is it?
Well, it's not in the contract, but so what? You can do it, I'm sure.
No, I won't do that. Not in the contract.
Do you have anything to say, Merchant?
Just a little bit. Give me your hand, Sonia. Farewell. Breathe not for falling into this misfortune on your behalf. I'm in this situation. Fortune has shown herself to be kinder than she usually is. She usually makes rich men uplift their wealth, so that when he gets sold on his broken brows, he looks upon his own poverty. She at least cuts me off from this lingering misery. Speak well of me to your honorable wife. Tell her how I loved you. Tell her how I died. And let her be the judge as to whether you have ever had a loving friend. Only regret that you are losing your dear friend. And worry not, for this dear friend of yours does not regret being a death for you. For the Jew God's deeply loved, I gladly pay with my own heart. Antonio, I am married to a wife whom I think as highly of life itself. But I do not think as highly of my life, my wife, and the world itself as yours. Yes, I will sacrifice it all. I will sacrifice it all to save you from this cursed Jew.
Your wife, will you please hear you say that?
I have a wife whom I swear I love. I wish she were dead and in heaven so that she could come here to change this beastly Jew's mind.
Well, it's a good thing you're making this wish behind her back. Such a wish would upset her.
These men are such Christian husbands. I have a daughter who I wish I rather marry. A descendant of Barnabas instead. Well, anyway, please, we're wasting time. Court, let's hear your sentence.
A pound of Antonio's flesh is yours. The law and court allows it.
You're such an honest judge.
You must cut it from the shelf. The law and court approve it.
Yes, the most honest judge. The right sentence. Come, get ready.
Wait, dear sir. The deal says upon flesh, but no blood. If you shed one drop of the Christian blood, your goods will go to state.
What a just judge! Oh, Jew, listen to him. A wise judge.
Is that the law?
You want to strict justice, you will get more than you bargained for.
What an upright judge! Oh, Jew, listen to him. An upright judge.
Well, in that case, I will take 3 times the original amount, and I will let this Christian man go.
I have it here. Here it is.
He refused the money in the court. He only wants the penalty.
You're such an honest judge.
You must cut it from the shelf. The law and court approve it.
Yes, the most honest judge. The right sentence. Come, get ready.
Wait, dear sir. The deal says upon flesh, but no blood. If you shed one drop of the Christian blood, your goods will go to state.
What a just judge! Oh, Jew, listen to him. A wise judge.
Is that the law?
You want to strict justice, you will get more than you bargained for.
What an upright judge! Oh, Jew, listen to him. An upright judge.
Well, in that case, I will take 3 times the original amount, and I will let this Christian man go.
I have it here. Here it is.
He refused the money in the court. He only wants the penalty.
Oh, a wise judge. Yes, a wise judge.
What are you reading, Jew? Take what you owe.
Just give me the money, and let me go already.
Hold on, Jew. Here's more. If a foreigner tries to kill a citizen, half his goods will go to the state and half to the victim. His life is in the Duke's hands. This applies to you, Sherlock, as you brought it against Antonio. Now, beg the Duke for mercy.
This is a second Daniel. A Daniel, Jew. Listen to him.
Sherlock, half of the wealth goes to Antonio and the other half to the state. But it can be reduced but simplified if you could show him scientist.
Yes, the money due to the state can be reduced, but not the money due to Antonio.
No, take my life and everything. Do not pardon me. When you take the proud that sustains my house, you take my house. By taking the means by which I live, you take my life.
What mercy can you show him, Antonio?
Big that you can have permission to hang yourself. But since your property has been forfeited to the state, you don't even have enough to buy a rope and hang yourself with. So you have to be hanged with the state's expenses.
If it pleases my lord, the Duke, and the rest of the court, I am content to give a half of his goods over to me, as long as he gives me the other half of his wealth, which I will invest it, and upon his death, give it to the gentleman that recently wrote for this body. And I want 2 more things. that he converts to Christianity, and everything he owns, and he signs a will here in this court that everything he owns will be passed on to his son-in-law Lorenzo and his daughter Jessica.
He will do this, or else I'll pardon what I just pronounced here.
Are you content, you, when you did this?
I am content.
Clear, from the will.
Please, give me the permission to leave here. I'm not feeling well. Send the will out, and I will sign it.
Go, but do sign it.
When you're a Christian, you'll have 2 godfathers. But if it were up to me, you'll have 10 more to have 12 judges to be sent to the gallows instead of the baptismal fountain.
Sir, I invite you to come at my place for a dinner.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I have to leave a part of the night, and I should really leave right away.
I am sorry for you. You don't even have more time to spend here. Antonio, thank this gentleman. I think you owe him a lot.
The moon is shining bright. On a night just like this, when the sweet wind was gently kissing the trees and the branches, were in the beginning was. On this kind of a night, I think Troilus climbed up the Trojan wall and sighed, and looked toward the Greek tents where Vesta was sleeping that night.
On a night just like this he looked fearfully and saw a shadow of a light, and ran away frightened.
On a night just like this, I think Dido stood on the shore by the wide seas with a willow branch in her hand, waiting for her lover to come back to the cottage.
On a night just like this, Medea gathered all the magical herbs that made old Athens young again.
And on a night like this, pretty Jessica ran away from the wealthy Jew, ran away from the Venice as far as Penmont with her lover to squander some money.
On a night just like this, young Lorenzo soared above Jessica wealth and stole her soul with all his walls of faithfulness as not one heart was true.
On a night like this, Jessica slanted her lover like a little shoe, but he forgave for her.
I'll get the better of you with this back and forth.
So let's go inside and wait for the arrival of the mistress of the house. But then, why should we go inside? Let's stay here and call out the musicians out here. Look at the sky, how the moon is shining beautifully on this bank. We will sit here and let the sound of the music slip into our ears. This soft stillness and night are perfect for some sweet harmony. Sit down, Jessica, and look at the sky. The floor of the heaven inlaid with the golden stars. All the little orbs that you see in the sky are like little angels singing to the young girls. That same kind of harmony is in our mortal souls. Since our souls are enclosed in our mortals, we can't hear it. Oh, here comes the musicians. Come now and wake up the moon with a song, and welcome the mistress with your sweet touch.
I'm never cheerful enough to sweet music.
That's because your spirit was busy paying attention to the music. Take an example of a horse, a wild horse, running all around, playing all the time. But when they hear music, you'll notice that they will be standing still and their savage eyes will turn into a modest gaze. That's why a Roman poet named Ovid wrote about the musician Orpheus who made trees, branches, all the non-living things to follow him. Because there's nothing hard or strong not to be changed by the music. But if any man who is not musical or not changed by the power of the music, then his spirit is stirred and he can think as evil as dark. So don't trust a man like that and let's listen to the music.
This is all for everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm 𝐿𝐸 and I'll be moderating this panel discussion where we'll explore some interesting questions from the Invention of Venice of 𝐂𝐲𝐲𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐴𝐻𝐸𝐻 Shakespeare. We have our amazing panelists who will be sharing their views on different themes such as justice, discrimination, and women empowerment. Let's start off by introducing yourselves.
Good morning, everyone. For many who don't know who I am, I'm Nojit Sritai, and I'll be one of the panelists today.
Good morning, everyone. I'm 𝐒𝐴𝐳𝐸.
Good morning, everyone. I'm 𝐂𝐿𝐲𝐴𝐧𝐸 and I'm one of the panelists.
Greetings to everyone. I'm Abhishek. Thank you so much. Looks like our panelists are ready to answer the questions, so we'll dive right into the discussion. The first thing we'd like to discuss about is racial discrimination. As you know, in the Merchant of Venice, the Prince of Morocco was treated differently, was discriminated because of his dark skin. So now the big question is, what does this say about racism in the play? Toto, would you like to start off?
So, thank you for this opportunity. So the other characters in the Merchant of Venice treat the Prince of Morocco differently, mainly because of his dark skin. And this shows that racism is present in the play. So right from the start, Morocco shows that he knows that people will judge him for his appearance, and he even says, "Mislike me not for my complexion." So even though he appears confident, noble, and respectful, he is still seen as different. So, for example, a character like Portia even admits that she'd rather not marry someone with his skin color. So this kind of reaction shows that people in the play often let race cloud their judgment. And Shakespeare uses this to highlight the casual and often unspoken racism of the time, and it makes us think about how often people are judged by the way they look rather than who they really are.
Thank you. So racial and religious discrimination can be considered in anti-Semitic content. So do you think it should be still taught in school?
As already mentioned by Rajat, we have come across sensitive themes such as racial and religious discrimination. So some people believe that the Merchant of Venice should not be taught in school because it has a strong anti-Semitic content. The way the Jewish character is shown in the act can spread negative stereotypes about the Jewish people. This can be harmful, especially if the students are not taught to question or understand the way he was treated. For Jewish students and others who have faced discrimination, the religious content might be upsetting or it might make them uncomfortable, so they might take the negative messages the wrong way.
You're not wrong, and the Merchant of Venice does contain anti-Semitic content, but I and many others believe that it should still be taught in schools.